Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular Review.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
New flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Let's do that.
I don't want to sit too hard.
That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel W.
Because there was no Jay White side.
Just straight up gangbanging.
This story has been fit.
You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus golly.
Let's start the show.
Hey, this is Matthew Brittle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to Unpopular Review.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and like Manny Fresh, the great one, would like to say, cats, chickens, and this thing. Welcome to the Raw Review. But as you know, for the past
came back from Japan.
almost month, it's been Freckles and Friends. And we have none other than two-time Freckles and Friends now host, the great Grand Slam football, aka Badgujack, and somebody that I've been doing stuff. I think this is like the fourth time we actually been live before. I don't know. I lost count after 3. My bad. I went to Atlanta Public Schools. But we have the sheriff that is here today as well. So you already know we have them takes. We have good takes, bad takes, whatever. But all you know is we're gonna keep you entertained. We're gonna be funny. And oh my God, Charmaine finally said hi to me.
Hi, Charmaine.
I want to take the opportunity to thank the Academy. I want to take the opportunity to thank UPPR and everybody who got me to finally have Charmaine say hello to me. I'm so happy. I will accept this award on my behalf, and now we can continue. So, anyway,
Ron got a personalized hi, so
that's fine. She put hello. She put hello first. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
I do want to sit here as I feel like I age myself, but as a senior member of the UPR thing, when Charmaine gives you a hello, that means you are over. So congratulations on Frecklesensei, because you are officially over. Now you need to get some merch going. The executive consultant, I wish he would get off his unflattering ass and start giving us some merch. Let's go.
Honestly, I do agree. It's time that we have merch. But as you know, when we do on this show, we talk about wrestling. We talk shit about wrestling. We talk praises about wrestling. It's always everybody's opinion anyway. And I guarantee you, it's better than anything that you see on any Facebook group or any Twitter dialogue or thread. So while you here, the first thing that we had, and as y'all know, kind of gave it away with the title, Judgment Day 2.0. And we had Revenge of the Priest. I hope people understood that reference that I had put in there, because it was definitely a Star Wars reference, and by none other. Damian Priest just like pulled the whole Kendrick Lamar, says it's sometimes you just gotta pop up and show these. And he sneaks behind everybody, sneaks through security. I don't know how that happened, because he was big, super duper big, by the way. But he sneaks through security. Liv and Dom is talking trash, doing all this type of stuff. Rhea is in the ring, so she's far away, just like a galaxy that I know about. And then Damien shows up and beats the mess out of Dom for like a good minute, almost. It wasn't as long as Frieza getting his ass whooped by Broly, but it was almost painful enough to watch. So, first of all, how do y'all even feel about this whole entire storyline with Dom and Liv and Rhea and Judgment?
I'm very interested in hearing what Sheriff have to say here. I know that you are a big AEW fan. You don't watch WWE as much, so please take the floor, Sheriff. What did you think about this segment?
okay. So this is the women's world title feud over on WWE. I'd say we're eating good over at AEW if that's the case. Not that this doesn't have its place. I was actually very entertained by this segment, but they're basically fighting. I think they're fighting over Dom, Rhea, and Liv. But I'm assuming that the rest of Judgment Day is involved because Damian Priest just got kicked out. First of all, if I'm Damian, I'm like, what'd you say fuck me for? Like, why did Damian get kicked?
Honestly, Damian was like a heel. To me, Damian and Rhea are the real heels in this whole entire situation.
Well, didn't Dom cheat? Oh, what actually
no, because
confused me?
Rhea said
Technically,
Rhea was
Rhea
like,
and Dom weren't in a relationship, right? Or were
yeah,
they?
because Rhea the whole time Rhea was just like, oh, I don't belong to you, but you belong to me, type of thing.
Yeah.
So it gave his name basically. It gave his name.
It was
but he
given
like,
that she was more of a cult leader than anything, because he's like, "Oh, mommy changed my
Exactly.
life," and I'm like, "Okay, good luck with that." So maybe he broke away from the cult. Not only did he broke away from the cult, he brought his friends minus Damien. I'm still like, what you say fuck me for? What did Damien do to
well,
them?
the problem is Damien was going on a big old thing up until SummerSlam. He was going on this rant about, how the Judgment Day is kind of like beneath them, like they need him more than he needs them and everything, but ignores the fact that JD McDonough has sacrificed his life to Damian Priest, like he's freaking Black Jesus, like he's freaking Black Jesus. And then you had Dom, who always did whatever it took for them to win as well. Then Finn literally lost because of Damien.
Well, all I can say is Roman Reigns can't relate. He done, I guess, used up everybody around him, and he's still low-key the babyface in his crew. Because didn't he just return as a babyface technically?
So I honestly look at Roman. I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I honestly look at Roman as like a tweener.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would never go. He can never go back to just like pure babyface like how he was before. It's just redemption. It's killing a monster that you created.
That makes sense. I agree. He not only can he not go back, he shouldn't go back. Roman Reigns can't really be a babyface. I think we've seen that. But I think he can have a babyface run, especially.
Well, honestly, but to me, it's perfectly fine. Like this is gonna be like a redemption run. It's gonna last probably like a year. We're gonna get bad blood out of it. We're gonna get Survivor Series out of it. Other things I can see, they can push it to WrestleMania, but that's kind of like reaching like deep. This based off of the fact that Roman just came back, so his little fight and everything is going to lead into that means Zayn is off TV right now. He's going to help. Jimmy has been gone since God knows when, and he comes back, and then Jay eventually is going to come back. So
actually, let's get Puba in here. What do you have to say?
I have a lot of things to say. So yeah, we're talking about the stuff with Roman. He's gonna have a babyface run, but he's not gonna be your typical babyface. It's almost gonna be like how you guys mentioned, like Stone Cold between them, which is fine. Wrestling's interesting to me. I always laugh when I talk about wrestling because, you guys are saying he can never be a babyface again. I'd like to use an example. Rikishi ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm assuming because he was bald, and I would say 2 years later he was shaking his ass again, and everyone ate it up.
I would say the difference is Rikishi was previously a successful babyface. Roman, not really.
Roman, the one time that Roman was a successful babyface was against Brock. Now I always love Roman. Now I always love Roman's. I always love Roman's babyface run, but it was just like not being received because some of the stuff that he had to do. I mean, the motherfucker had to eat.
It was force fed. I mean, at that time, it was a little force fed.
It wasn't just that. If we're gonna be real, Roman doesn't exude babyface, and on top of that, Roman as a person isn't super. Like he was going on interviews saying stuff that turned off the fans, like, "Oh, you guys are just mad because I'm rich." That's not what happened, Roman.
I think
you expect to show up and get cheered after you say that.
I think there's a lot of things. I think also too that it didn't help that people were writing for him and giving him stuff that was hard to work with. So I hear what you're saying with some of that other stuff that's outside of wrestling, but when I talk about the inside stuff of wrestling, and you're being told to say suffering succotash and it's kind of hard to work with these things.
I don't fault him. I don't fault him for that. But who I also fault is this is why I said that Rhea is freaking name on the real heels. Because look at this.
I do want
to wait, there's more. There's more. Because this is a callback to this.
Look at Rita's face. So I'm glad that you brought this up because, right, yeah, I was asking my opinion about this, and we got so sidetracked with the stuff with Roman. I 100% agree with King Freckles here because, you know, Rhea and Rhea and Priest, you know, the Tibble twins, they sat her, they got kicked out as they should be. You know, Dominic, you know, Rhea said something on the promo, and she said something over the lines of like, I'm pretty sure you've been told this before, Dom, but it just wasn't deep enough. And I said, okay, Rhea, I get it. I understand the joke, but you're mad because Dom is standing up for himself. I'm glad that the chicken tender god is making his moves like how he's doing. He's doing all the chicken tenders in the world. I say this every chance I get. Liv Morgan is the hero in all this. She sat there and made sure. What I ask this to anybody who has a PS5. How much did you pay for a PS5? It is expensive. She bought this man a PS5, a platter of chicken tenders. Love that for him. I hope that he had all the sauce in the world. I recently went and got some chicken tenders. It was really stubborn with the honey mustard. Hate that place. I'm gonna give him a bad.
After this show, I'm going straight to Wendy's and getting salty nuggets. So like,
I have no idea where that is, and I'm glad. Good.
I need a little Morgan in my.
Liv Morgan has made sure that this guy. He even mentioned like I had to call you mommy, and he said she calls me daddy. You know what? Good for them. You know.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan is great. Love that Dom is just he's wearing his crown, and I'm very happy for him. Good job. Damien can do all the Damien things he wants, but the Tibble twins are.
Well, she's been an nasty girl.
You know, I just learned that there's more lyrics to that because all I hear is the first 5 seconds.
There is. It's a Tinashe song, and then I think the next part is somebody gonna match my freak, but no one matched it, I guess. So then the viral part.
So much that you didn't even know that was a part of the lyrics because I didn't know there was more to the song. I didn't
know either. Like I ain't know.
Oh, you know,
I didn't.
I just told the executive consultant that I just learned who Glorilla is. I don't know who any of these people are.
Who is?
Is it Glorilla? Glorilla?
Oh, Glorilla.
Oh, Glorilla, the rapper.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was a makeup. Thank you.
She's a rapper, yeah. Actually, do I even know a Glorilla song? I don't. I just know who she is.
I don't. I'm pretty sure. I
do. I do know. It's called Yeah Glow. That's a popular song.
That's so creative. Good job. I'm gonna make a song and be like, yes, no.
Glorilla went in the studio and was like, "Yeah, Glow, great. Let's go with that."
I'm gonna say dark.
That's literally what she did. But the next segment was Carlito versus Damian Priest. I didn't really care about this match, to be honest.
This was basically a spillover from because they, I guess, basically got in a scuffle. So then they had them face off. Also, it was interesting how Rhea ran up the stairs to get at Liv, and then they brawled into the back. And then Liv came back out just for Rhea to go around so she can have her music play and make an entrance.
Exactly.
That's in mommy fashion right there.
That was interesting. I ain't gonna front like that was kind of.
She said, "Damien, just stay there for a second."
It threw me back a bit, but
stay there for a second, get beat up. So
but none of you guys ever done that? Like one of your friends are getting jumped, and then you had your music play. Like I did that one time. I played Britney Spears, oops, I did it again. And then made my way to make the save.
I mean, I wish, but
I would never come out to that song.
Apparently, Daniel Bryan came out to "Skater Boy" by Avril Lavigne.
Never knew that.
He said that in an interview recently. He did it because everyone hated it. And
that's some heel. That's some heel shit.
I love that.
That's true. That's true heel shit. That's ultimate true heel shit. Just like true heel shit. Well, I keep saying Rhea, Damien are the main.
Rhea and Damien are not the baby faces. When you really look at all the stuff that they have done, like, you know, like, especially Damien. I mean, I think you nailed it on the head when you talked about the last month, few weeks, however you want to word it. And he was like, I don't need this group. I'm in this group. I'm like, yo, bro, what? Like, you don't need us? All right, bet, cool. You gone.
Yeah. Well, this crowd, yeah, it's not sounding like they're baby faces, but this crowd clearly just doesn't. Based on how they wanted our troops to kept getting like pummeled and pummeled, and they were talking about one more time. Clearly, this crowd was a heel crowd.
Yeah. Now one heel faction is actually the next segment. One faction that actually are actual heels, and I don't care for this faction at all. I try to tell EC about this. I try to tell so many other people about this. That not this faction, but the Final Testament just does not do it for me. And we had them on again yesterday. That was like that was basically the next thing. But it was mostly debuting Odyssey freaking Jones, the big O, as they like to call him. But him, Xavier Woods, is about to turn heel.
Yep.
Why?
So it's and the
I like how Steve was like, what are we doing?
The problem is the biggest problem. So honestly, the biggest problem is that now that Odyssey is kind of replacing Big E, kayfabe wise, and then Kofi never told Xavier that he recruited Odyssey, that Odyssey is part of the crew. Then it went even to the point like last night that even the gear that they wore wasn't even matching anymore. It was more so him and Odyssey was matching.
Well,
sounds to me like Kofi and Odyssey are the ones turning heel. Well, I get what you mean, though. They're setting it up to where Xavier's going to turn on them.
Yeah,
but I think it's another situation where he kind of has a point.
I think so. The other problem was Kofi was out, so Xavier was teamed up with Alpha Academy. At this time, Kofi was out and hurt. Odyssey was out, so it makes more sense of the main two people that ain't on Raw every night.
Yeah, but I agree with you. They're probably setting it up for Xavier to get frustrated and turn on them. Yeah, I mean, he would have a point, to be fair.
I honestly hope he don't. I hope it doesn't get to that point. I hope it doesn't get to that level, because as a black nerd, I love the New Day. The New Day was like the only black faction that I could 100% relate to. Like other factions, other black factions, other black wrestlers and everything, I could relate. But the New Day, like Kofi and Xavier and Big E, it was like the most relatability. I mean, shoot, Xavier Woods comes to Dragon Con in Atlanta every freaking year. They go to freaking San Diego Comic Con almost every year if they're not wrestling. Like they are 100% themselves, and it was like it was refreshing to see that.
It's true, yeah. And I liked their work because you remember Up, Down, Down. That was something that I think Xavier. I don't think he gets credit for really bridging that gap, that I guess cultural gap between
he did
like nerds and
video games.
I was gonna piggyback on what you said, because I 100% agree with that. Where like same here, like I do the Comic Cons and cosplay and all that stuff, and these are people I'm like, oh snap, I would totally like hanging out with these individuals. I do also sit here and say though, shout out to Kofi because he called him the final testicle. I think that was
wild. That was.
You know what? It's hilarious.
Some people only have one.
That's true. That's why it's called the final. The final testicle.
Question though. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to simply say, I also agree too with Sheriff, because I don't blame Xavier if he does in fact turn heel or just has enough, because there's a spot here. Look, New Day been around for 10 years, right? I remember asking people like, oh, they've been together for years. Like, how would you feel about them breaking? But there's a few things here where you go like.
But it's like you don't even need to break up. You just gonna throw up.
That's no point.
Well, you don't need a feud to break up. I'll say that. They
don't have to break up like the traditional how in wrestling where
unless they want to give one of them a singles run.
Which at this point, I almost feel like at this point, Kofi, I mean, he's accomplished so much. Like I would
It
just
should
give
be
it to
wood.
Xavier. And I was just going to simply say these last few weeks, like there was one time where Xavier was talking and Kofi kept cutting him off. And I like Kofi.
Yeah.
I'm here for Kofi. When Kofi won the WWE Championship, I didn't cry, but I was close. So I rocked with Kofi.
I was appalled.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But all I'm saying is he kept cutting off Xavier. I was like, yo, bro, let your bro talk. And then here he's taking the mic out of Xavier's hand and like, yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. I'm like, okay, Suge, I'm gonna need you to step back a little bit here and let me talk, because guess what?
So honestly, I think the problem is that he's so quirky. Like they're so quirky that especially my bad, not Woods, but especially Kofi, he's real quirky. And he's real quick and animated, and he likes to jump. You know what I'm saying? He likes to jump. He likes to jump before he thinks. So he got so pumped up and animated, he just unintentionally.
No.
It wasn't like he did it to cut him off. He did it to be like,
look, I know this is your show. You're doing a great job. I complimented you earlier because I said you're wearing Vegeta and not Yamcha. But right now, you're giving me just Yamcha energy. And I don't like any of this because you're sitting there saying off rip, you're like, hey, he didn't mean to cut him off. He took the microphone out of his hand. I didn't like any of that.
He accidentally snatched it.
He didn't mean it to undermine him, though. Like, he didn't do it as like.
Listen, Kofi, what is it, the dreads?
Odyssey Jones. I remember him being in NXT. Did he just get called up? Oh, so is this his first? Is this his first? I guess run on the main roster.
So technically, this is his first real main roster run.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't even tell you what the problem was at all.
Right.
When it came to Odyssey Jones, the sad part is I'm trying to find highlights of his actual real match. But you can't even find the highlights of his actual real match. It's just the whole promo.
It was pretty much a squash. It pretty much was a squash just to show his ability and what he can do. He's a big, strong guy.
He's
and right, he was in NXT. He was called up 2 years ago because he was traveling the world 2 years ago, and now they're just deciding to do something with him. But I think this is a great placement for him to be with the New Day. I mean, what's ever left? Not even what's left, but the remaining of New Day, because I just don't see them lasting.
His name.
I actually think
Cody Raheem Shabazz Rose, and you go to
think so, but don't do that. Don't dead name Cody. Listen, I don't think that this is a bad spot for him. I think this could actually work because there is a void that was left by Big E, and I think you can fill it with Odyssey Jones. My only issue is that Triple H ain't never beaten them allegations. Soon as Odyssey Jones came up on his tab, he was like, "Okay, where's the nearest black click? I can stick him in." Like, what?
So
what
to
are
be
we
honest,
doing?
I feel like he's like an equal opportunistic stereotype. Like he's gonna.
Like the LWO is still going strong. He's like, let's just y'all work together, figure it out.
Right, like it's like okay, so LWO 2.0, we got Judgment Day. So
like I know the Lucha Bros are coming in, or we think it's not guaranteed yet. But everybody's like, oh yeah, they're gonna be an LWO, or they could just be a tag team. Why the fuck they gotta go with the other? What is going on?
Well, hell, they could go to NXT.
I honestly don't think they gonna join WWE. I feel like they won't.
I actually have a feeling that they're WWE bound. The only thing is they're not Stephanie Walker. They're not just gonna like walk out on their contract. Like Penta was like dead that. Like they clearly they were in the company for this one.
He just made a post saying that I am
AEW right now, so watch your mouth.
Presently, I am with AEW right now, so
watch your mouth, which I respect.
I respect that. Another team that I respect as well, because I never respect the New Day. They're my favorite teams of all time. Arguably the one, if not the best tag team of all time. Besides Usos, it's kind of tough now. Besides Usos, besides Hardys, besides like
well, I see them more as a
Dudley's,
stable,
but I like besides them, they're kind of one of the best tag teams of all time. Factions definitely one
I
of the
think
best.
one of the
factions.
best
I feel like
factions.
Shield,
100%.
I feel like Shield is. I feel like if we go by like faction kayfabe, then they are the best faction of all time. They never broke up.
They're the most decorated as well, or one of the
exactly the most decorated. They're not the longest reigning. They were the longest reigning. They did have like the longest record.
They did.
And two of their people has solo reign main titles. Woods, he may not get the world heavyweight title, but damn it, he better get the IC title or something, or the US title, something. And he wants to get something besides King in the Ring. I know we can. I
think that's why they're doing this. I think that's why maybe Xavier will get a singles.
As rightfully so. Just like another person that could get a singles push coming soon is this man, Otis. Because the next thing was Otis and Tozawa versus American Made, which I hate that name. Badgujack knows I hate the name. I can't stand it. But
I agree. It's not.
It's just. I get what they're doing.
I love that they're paired with Chad Gable, but the name does.
So last night, while I was watching, I get why they made these names, because you got American Made and Alpha Academy, American Alpha. So I get it, but American Made
because they were American.
Is patriotism a big part of their?
You're the ones that wants to make America great again. Like that's just what.
Are they heels? I hope so.
Is
patriotism like is that part of their gimmick? Like patriotism, is that like a thing?
Well,
patriotism isn't like a big, which doesn't necessarily.
The only patriotism that they have is the fact that they are wrestlers. That Gable is an Olympic wrestler. And that's why
then that works. Because I was gonna say, if that's not part of their gimmick, damn near everybody on the roster is American, so that's not really. But if they're like if they represented the country, or maybe
it's like they feel like they're that pure breed, but it's just the name.
That makes sense. Then that makes sense.
The name it doesn't give like it's supposed to give.
I forgot that Gable was an Olympian, but yeah, that makes sense actually. Because Kurt Angle kind of did the same thing too, because he was an Olympian, so it's like I'm an American.
That's kind of where the comparison comes into, where they talk about Gable and Angle, because they both Olympians. I mean, Gable just didn't do it with a broken freaking neck.
Right.
With a broken freaking neck. Don't forget it. Yeah.
Broken freaking neck. The amount of times that you can take a shot and the amount of times that Kurt Angle said broken freaking neck was ridiculous.
Oh no, you would be really tipsy if you had to take a shot every time.
You're not even tipsy. You wouldn't even be you would
be in some cases you might not be alive.
You've been in the hospital. But once again, like I said, I don't like the name. It's given that you're the one you're one of the ones that bought this goddamn shoe. If that's what it gives. I'm just saying.
It's given where were you on January 6th? That's what
it does. Where were you on January 6th? Where like I said, I don't like the name, but I did like this segment. I did enjoy. I love how I throw that shoe in there. But I did enjoy this whole entire thing. First of all, I do love Chad Gable pairing up with the Creed brothers. I love the Creed brothers for the longest. So I'm happy that they're together. I hope this comes into singles gold. Tozawa even showed some goodness for the first time in a while. This match was really impressive. There was really no error, no blemish, and then even with Ivy now showing her allegiance to American Made was obvious. It was obvious. And on top of that, she told Maxine. So here's the funny part. She told Maxine in advance. She said, "Hey, look, I know you're gonna side with him, but I'm just saying, don't be out there." If somebody that can put me in that lock that she put her in, somebody tell me that, I'm not showing up. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm not gonna take this L.
You're gonna quit, like the girl in the Olympics. You're gonna be like, yeah, we're done. We're done, and you're a man. That's what I'm going with.
Listen, I feel like we've been done after that. Like, look, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about after that moment.
And my memory is because I don't watch the E, but you did mention a singles run for Otis. But if I'm not mistaken, not only did Otis have a pretty good singles run where he got over, wasn't that run with Liv Morgan?
No, Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
Oh, it was with who's not in the company anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mandy
damn.
Rose. But it still wasn't like a real big payoff in a sense because still lost the Money in the Bank. Then Tucker doesn't even exist. So just like I said, don't ride or die for your people, or you end up like this.
Oh, Tucker ain't in the company either, right?
Nah. Yeah.
Exactly. Don't ride or die for certain people, or you end up like this. Poor woman just got like this. Look at that.
I mean, she gave a fair warning. I mean, look, I like Maxine. I like the fire that Maxine has. But I sit here and go, like, you was told, hey, don't be out there, and you was out there.
Right.
Sorry.
That's what made no sense. Just like the next match, because I'm about to breeze through some of these matches. I'm about to breeze through this match, and then we'll go into a commercial break. Just like the next match was, ironically, we had women-on-women violence this week because, like I said, the next match was Damage Control, which I kind of don't care about no more, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark coming out to this new name.
Oh.
So Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Sonya Deville has an official brand new name, and I'm trying to remember the name is like Pure Fusion. Yeah, Pure Fusion Collective. I don't know what type of name that is. PFC. It sounds like a fragrance that was sold in the Middle East, and it sounds like bootleg Gucci. I don't like the name.
This is like in WWE 2K where you just take the words that you already know the announcer can say and you just put them together.
No, it is. It's actually really not good.
Pure Fusion Collective. Like that's.
Oh, and you guys say
you
like
just pick from the list because you're not trying
to. Collection. Yeah, because they break it down in that matter. It sounds like something that,
so off. Yeah.
It sounds like this because there's a shave and it's called Fusion. But it sounds like it's supposed to be this upgrade, but you just get a cut anyway. So that's not good. These names are not good. Like, did you guys hear about? They were thinking about changing the Judgment Day, and they were going to call it like Street Trash or something like that.
Wait, no. Why would they be changing a successful name?
I honestly felt like that was fake. I
hope so.
I still don't believe that. I don't believe that whole entire thing was real.
If what I'm hearing is true, poor Judgment Day.
Yeah, because good job, Peacefully.
Oh my goodness! Poor, he's never living down there.
I heard about him.
No, he's not.
If I'm hearing it's true, poor Gunther. So obviously it wasn't true. That did age terribly. God.
And I like Keith Lee. I do want to throw that out there, but that tweet though,
big oof.
Definitely aged bad.
Yeah, big oof.
Yeah, that was a big.
What I'm hearing is true. Poor Judgment Day. Okay.
Yeah, no, that name sounds trash. So like, yeah, I hope not. But yeah, this name is awful.
Yeah,
I like Shayna Baszler. Zoe, I like. I really like all the women involved here, but the name is just not hitting. Like it's just. Well, actually, it is. It hit me right in the niche because that's awful. Right there. Like I have a cut right here, and it just got kicked there. And someone spilled alcohol. I don't know why someone spilled it. Maybe it was someone with 3 legs. Maybe it was Ray J. I don't know.
I hope it wasn't Ray J.
Spilled alcohol on your cut. Well, at least disinfect it. You know.
What?
Nah, for real. I hope it wasn't Ray J because
I hope not either.
Ray J has been on a tear, and just like some other people has been on a tear in UPPR, just like NXT, which is what we're going to show y'all for this upcoming commercial. As we come back, we're going to talk about
NXT commercial.
I mean, hey, look, NXT's about to come on in like 20 minutes, so might as well, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I can honestly do the NXT commercial right here and tell you, you guys should tune in at 10 p.m. right after NXT go off the air. I'm going to be talking about NXT. It's going to be the great Grand Slam Pooba joined with the Wrestling Doll. And we're going to talk NXT. Let me get my shirt ready. I know you guys know how. Oh, I grabbed both shirts. I'm going to be talking NXT. I'm going to be talking about this lady. I know she's going to be on JC Jane. Everyone knows my love for this lady. She's great. She's fantastic. If she's not on, I'm still going to talk about her. So you guys got to tune in for the NXT review show because I'm going to be yelling and I'm going to be complaining about something because they just complain about a lot of things. And that's just the God honest
We now
truth.
officially have my clip of Dominic Mysterio that is now my favorite, which is him telling Liv Morgan that he does not like her. And you can tell when someone of Latin and Hispanic heritage that they are angry when they start yelling at you in Spanish and basically calling you a B word, calling you stupid, all that stuff. I was just like, if he turns on Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam and goes to Liv Morgan after all that, everybody's heart in that room will be broken, and at the same time they'll be like, I want to be Rhea Ripley's next little submissive, basically.
Braun Breaker should have easily been Braun Rick Steiner. Doesn't sound that nice. Braun Steiner doesn't sound that nice. But they do acknowledge his daddy and his uncle. And if they would just do that a little bit more with Lexis King, I think that there wouldn't be so much of a disconnect between Lexis King and the rest of the.
Hey, this is Matthew Brittle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to Unpopular Review.
I love that damn promo. But anyway, that was.
Can I just say real quick, and I know we're going to run through the rest of the show, but Z has been he has become the Eggman to my Sonic the Hedgehog. He's trying to take the Wrestling Doll from me. I don't like when people take anything away from me. I hold a grudge. Like when I was 5, someone just took a block from me, and I said, I want that. No, how dare you? So I don't like that he's trying to do such a thing. Wrestling Dolls on Tuesdays. Sorry, Z. You know, the SmackDown penitentiary, y'all can have your sloppy joes and whatever it is that y'all do in penitentiary things. But we're going to eat pepper jack cheese. Because that's
actually,
better.
that's not bad. That doesn't sound
Oh,
bad.
absolutely. Like,
I can't.
2 snaps and a 12.
I can go
but I don't want to get this.
Chat, real quick, because I might actually go to Subway. So everybody that's in the chat right now, all 21 of y'all, should I go to Subway and get pepper jack cheese, or should I get American cheese? I want
No, get pepper jack cheese. You, man, are a man of layers. Pepper jack. Here's the thing with American cheese. It's not even terrible. It's just bland. It's like the go-to thing. It's like when you play 2K and you're just already white. Like, please stop. You're embarrassing.
You're clearly not American made.
No, they would kick me out immediately. I'm pepper jack made.
But they wouldn't even give him an application. They'd be like, "Oh no, we ain't."
Oh no! Like as soon as I touched the application, it just burned up. It would just turn to fire.
And it's gone. It's just like this match was good on. This match was quick. It was a quick match. Obviously for Bash at Berlin, all 3 of these women is going to fight for the freaking tag team title. It's kind of obvious. There's no point else to do anything. All I want to know is what the hell happened to Kaden and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter and freaking Lyra. What happened to them 3? Because they was on a run. They were on a run for like 2 weeks, and then we didn't see them. And then Damage Control shows up.
I think right now because they're not the focus. So I think that's why
the Collector shows up, and it's just like agree.
Yeah, I don't think they're the focus. That's why they went in that route. And I just want to answer Simone Pepperjack Provolone. I'm going to say Pepperjack because that's the best. But yeah, I just don't think that they are the main focus. That's why they put these 3 teams. Yes, Pepperjack, Team Pepperjack. Get Pepperjack.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had provolone in a minute, so that's kind of swaying my interest. I always fun fact. I always eat pepper jack. I always have for some reason. I always get pepper jack when I go to Subway. So I don't know. I may switch up to provolone. Just like I tried to switch up with this match, but
I like his cutaways. Like you're so good. Family Guy should hire you for your cutaways. That was great.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh my God, that does remind me. I wish I could show this clip, but I'm gonna send it to y'all in the group chat. But it's and I forgot who the people are. But shout out to it's these three black dudes, and one black dude is a midget. They ain't got no legs, and
I'm sorry, that's not funny. It just
I was gonna say, where are we going with this?
Hear me out, damn it.
You be watching.
So
it's getting a little hot here. I feel like I'm something now.
Anyway, but the thing was, they did this whole Family Guy skit. How every time they did like a reference of a cutaway, it was just like the most ridiculous thing of all time. So they had a situation. It was like, damn, that reminds me of when I got cussed out by a midget who had no legs in a wheelchair.
Oh, I see what you mean.
The cutaway. Literally a midget with no legs in the wheelchair. And he literally looked dead at the dude. He didn't even know the dude at all. He looked dead at the dude like this and just screamed for no reason. And just kept like no smiling, no laughing, nothing, like staring dead in his soul. Bruh, can you imagine a midget with no legs staring? Could you imagine a hornswoggle with no legs just staring in your soul?
By the way, how do you know he's a midget if he ain't got no legs? What if his legs were long before they were gone? What if he had long legs?
What is happening here?
You gotta think.
Like y'all really take.
You gotta expand your mind.
It's probably the last Freckles. That's funny.
Y'all took this raw stuff very serious.
It's gonna be the last Freckles. We're about to get canceled.
Oh no! I did nothing. I just stared.
We're about to get canceled. Oh God. But no.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I know that the M word is actually offensive. I only said it because he said it. It's his fault. Cancel him. I meant little person. It's how do you know it's a little person if it has no legs?
Yeah.
Expand your mind.
How do you know? Maybe this guy was 7'2". You ever thought about that? Maybe he was an NBA player. Maybe he was bigger than Shaq.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
Because you can tell the torso. Nah, I can't let that slide. I can't let that slide. You can tell between the torso and the arms. Like the arms gives it away.
What if he had a rare condition where 90% of his body was leg? What if 90% of his body was leg?
No. This man was y'all not gonna convince me that this man was out here looking like Denzel Parker. Y'all not gonna convince me with that. No.
I do want to sit here and shout out Simone in the chat. She said these are valid questions, though, because they are valid questions. Because right now, I think you're very sizes, Freckles, and I can't believe this. They put me on the show with someone who is sizes. Is that what we do here? Now, don't get me wrong.
We asking the real questions over here, okay?
The man was. He was what he was.
I know that you're trying to think of some Freckles. You said I'm sorry. Are you doing bubble gimmick? You have been exposed.
I was trying to think of something. I ain't even going for it. I was trying to think.
I too can't wait to see AEW Dynamite Wrestling tomorrow.
I'm actually curious to see what MJF does tomorrow. Honestly.
Oh, he gonna make you mad, whatever it is.
I just want to see. I want to see how he does with his promos, like how he's going to evolve. Like I've always liked his promos. I didn't like his cheap heat stuff that he would do at times. Like
it got a little cheesy there for a second. Oof.
Yeah,
we had a rough patch.
And it made me mad because I was like, dude, you can go in the ring. Like you're not no scrub. Like you do great heel tactics in the ring. Can we do that on the microphone? Like you ain't gotta tell Deadpool jokes and you're not in Deadpool's universe. It's just not gonna work. But one thing that is working so far with wrestling is these two right here. Good God. Oh my goodness. And we only got 10 minutes to go through 3 other segments, so this is gonna be interesting. But these two right here did another promo battle, did another promo off. We had Gunther versus Randy Orton. Obviously, my prediction is going to be Gunther wins, but this promo was amazing because it made RKO strong. How did y'all feel? First of all, how did y'all feel about them fighting each other? Because I thought it was Cody. I thought it was going to be Cody versus Randy. But I guess
I was going to save this for like when it comes to predictions and all that stuff. But look, these two going against each other. I was saying this, so cheap plug. I have an audio podcast called the Big Pop Theory Podcast, and we're talking a little bit about this. And one of the things that I was trying to say, I couldn't figure out the words, but like Randy Orton being his first opponent, Randy Orton is someone who's so established. I think is a great opponent, and I like that they did the callback about, hey, you won King of the Ring, but did you really win the Royal? I mean, King of the Ring.
Exactly.
So I love that little callback here. I thought the promo was good. Gunther, he goes deep. He goes deep now. Now he sits here and says stuff like, "Hey, like you're a failure, just like your father and your grandfather." Prediction.
Yeah, and so that was my problem with some of Gunther's promos. It's like he tries to be the M. Bison so hard of the wrestling.
I think he tries though. I think he and I don't even know if he tries. So I like the comparison of M. Bison. I do love that so much because the quote. So I totally get it. But I don't think he even tries.
Freeze, wait. I thought the Terror froze for a second. I was like, hold up, wait. We got these
I was just doing a mannequin challenge.
Oh, I remember that challenge. That was so many moons ago. It was so terrible. I was so bad at it because I just kept like talking.
I could not stand still at all.
No, at all. Like they do. You want me to what? And I didn't like any of it because I didn't like being told what to do. I'm a rebel without a cause.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know that's right.
Thank you. But I do think that I think that he's a great Randy Orton's a great person to go against for Gunther. But spoiler, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to change my wording on this. Gunther's going to slap the meat off of Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean with chops and stuff.
Yeah, he's going to chop his meat off.
Damn.
I will keep saying it. Yep, Randy's going to have no meat left.
Trying so hard.
Sorry, Randy.
Like slapping me.
Yeah, there we go. It is. Slap your meat. Oh, yeah.
They weren't the only big meaty men in this segment, though.
They were. No, Randy's a big meaty guy. You know what? Take the floor, Sheriff. I'm done.
Because we had another big meaty man come out, and Drew McIntyre. Though I do have.
Oh God.
What did Drew have to do with any of that? Why was he? Oh, for a second, I thought you were doing the mannequin challenge.
The only reason it's because I get triggered by Drew. Both of y'all know how I feel about Drew McIntyre. My voice is a little raspy, so I can't do his voice right now. But y'all know how I feel about Drew McIntyre. Y'all know how I feel about his pettiness, about his whole animosity to people that skewed him over. But my biggest problem is, I get he's trying to compete for the title. He wants the title again. He wants to rig the right way. It's just not his time, bro. Like you gotta go through CM Punk first. I'm sorry, you have.
You think you're triggered? I'm an AEW fan seeing CM Punk over here. Listen, I had to ask because I'm like, did he just come out so that they could do the thing with CM Punk? But it makes sense. He's going after the title. Like, I don't like you, Punk, but that don't mean that I'm neglecting the fact that I want to be a champion. I think that's actually a good. I think that's a good detail.
Honestly, that's 100%.
And if I remember right, he fought for the title, but CM Punk basically screwed him over, right?
So he cashed in. Well, no. Before that, you're right. Before that, he did have a title shot.
And someone else cashed in on him, I think, actually, right?
Nah, it was like
Priest, Damian Priest.
Yeah, Priest did cash in on him. But even before that, yes, it was. Even before that, dang it, Drew. So after Drew put CM Punk out during the Royal Rumble, then you had CM Punk screw Drew over. I forgot when it was. I know somehow, some way it was before. It was in between, but
I think was that in Crown Jewel when he was pretending to be the referee. Yeah.
That because I was like, I knew
that was the one after. You're right. There was one between the cash in and this.
Exactly. But he did that. So I mean, he's been the Jerry to his Tom for the longest at this point. But my favorite part of the whole entire thing was it was whooping Drew McIntyre's ass, literally. Like this man was whooping him so bad. I was like, damn, CM Punk is giving all of us reparations right now. First of all, the way
all this over a bracelet is nasty work.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw it. It felt like that thing. It didn't even feel like that was a work at all. Some of that felt like a shoot whip. Like it was.
David Burns was loving every second of it. Okay.
It was like it made Django look PG. That's how.
Oh my.
That's how bad it was. Like that. That's literally how bad it was. I enjoyed it though. Like I enjoyed the whole entire thing. I enjoyed it so much that it honestly reminded me of this special thing right here. Because all I kept thinking was, whoop that trick, whoop that trick, whoop that trick when it came.
Oh shit, that's Lucius line.
Yeah, but that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of DJ singing that song for the very first time because this all you saw was CM Punk going bow, 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 bow. Shout out to Sexy Red for that reference. But how did y'all feel about this whole entire thing, the whole entire feud? Where y'all think this game gonna go?
Talking about Punk and Drew. I was thinking that they would stretch this out and have the next match be at Bad Blood, but I think this actually makes sense. So Drew got the win at SummerSlam as he should have, and it looked like they're going to have another match, and it's going to be at Bash at Berlin. And with them having a match, Punk get a win, and now they're 1-1. And how do you end this all off? I do feel like the end game is going to be Bad Blood with these two. So I guess it doesn't hurt that Punk gets his win back in some kind of way. So yeah, I'm cool with it. Listen, I like Punk. Drew, he's cool. So I have no issue with it.
I can't really say because I don't watch him, but I mean that sounds about right. Because I think Drew did beat Punk, and so Punk does have to get his lit back. And also, Punk made it very clear you're never going to be champion long as I'm around because he just doesn't like. So Drew has to deal with the CM Punk situation. I think if they do a trilogy, I'd like to see Drew come out on top. Me personally. I just think there's more. I think he'll get more out of it.
I think he will.
Punk is kind of a made man.
I think he will.
I think it's different. I think that's different because I do see Punk getting the winning this whole feud, right? But if you do it to Drew, who I think you could get a little bit more out of than Punk, it would make him. I mean, that's something for him where down the line he can go with the. I mean, maybe the comparison is not fair, but like when Baron Corbin beat Kurt Angle, he can brag like, "Hey, I beat CM Punk," or like how Jericho.
He's gonna eat off of this.
Huh?
He's going to eat off of this, like for a while. He's gonna remind everybody, "I'm the one."
He has to, but he has to.
He did it already. He did it already during the Royal Rumble.
He has to win the feud to do that. Though. Like if he beat Punk that one time and then Punk beat him these next two times. Him saying, "Well, I beat Punk at SummerSlam." Okay, cool, dude. But this dude beat you.
If that happens, he's gonna go. He's gonna go with the. He screwed me again. CM Punk screwed me.
Not for nothing. I know this is your show, but when you do it, I was going to say, "Ooh, what's that?" But I think you can do that.
What's that, brother?
What's that? What's that? But
I used to say that a lot when I saw a Bill Goldberg match.
And on that note, we better switch over because we have the one and the only Willie Steamin' Beeman coming on to you because he got some hot takes. He got some hot stuff. He's hot.
Yeah, look at them
right now.
He's
Really be getting canceled. But anyway, go Willie A. Go Willie A. It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Wait, it was your birthday. But we got Willie Beeman on, and we know that he always does a segment every single Monday called What's Steaming with Willie Beeman, but he's live with us on this moment. So go ahead and say your
too
stuff.
live. This is the most liveliest orange soda I've ever seen in my life. Let's go.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, UPPR Universe? This is your man, Sting Willie Damon. I'm coming to y'all with this week. What? So we talk about war, y'all. I mean, I know I'm late to the party. I know already. So we just touch on a few things real quick. So y'all can get back to the show. You know what I'm talking about? He did.
No.
Let's talk about, first of all, it's Damian Priest, Aaron Jock, how you say it? Aaron Jock in this? Aaron Jock, whatever. Yeah, that. That person of Undertaker. Like, that's what we're going to say. Hey, y'all, man. Hey, boo. Wow. How you doing, baby? Like, finally, Dominic has done something that goddamn Gunther, whoever couldn't do, man. It's making Damian Priest a baby face. So we got to shout out to motherfucking Dom. Best heel in the best. Let's shout out to him and Liv, man. He said it verbatim. I don't have to call you mommy. I got somebody that called me daddy.
And chicken titties.
Like, that was one of my favorite little songs, man. And you already know, like, can we say Rhea Ripley can't act? Like, she can't act. I'm sorry. What's up, Dave? She can't act at all. Like, I think Liz, the way she cry on cue and all that shit and all that, I think she got a future in Hollywood after the WWE, man. For real. And she got the little little cute feet. Ha ha. All right. Let's hop on this CM Punk and Drew McIntyre shit. They need to just have a Hell in a Cell or a cage match and get this shit over with. Because now I'm getting a little tired of it. I'm getting a little tired. How about tired of it? Maybe not. Who knows? I am, though. We got my man R2 comedic gold again, man. My man just talked Miz into a motherfucking match with Bronson Reed. Miz got his ass beat like we knew he would. But it was just something, you know, comic relief for the show, man. Not last but not least, because I ain't done yet on my rant, because my rant that I'm about to get onto about this goddamn Odyssey Jones. And come on, man, we do not need another big black guy. We don't need that shit. We don't need a bunch of big dancing jigaboos on the screen, man. Hey, come on, man, give us the Nation of Domination again or something. Like, for real, man. This shit is almost insulting a little bit. We see that the rift about to come between Xavier and Cody because of that. You see he's a little put off by, you know, bringing another powerhouse on, like he's trying to take the key place. So I'm interested to see where that goes and everything. I'm just ready for Friday, y'all, so I can see what the OTC gonna say. And Jimmy gonna make his return on Friday too. Mark my words, you heard it first on what makes Beamin' Streaming. All right, y'all, I'm about to let y'all get back to the show so I can smoke me a blunt till I just got home from work. And I'm gonna stay tuned in, man. This is Talking Wrestling with Willie, and we'll make Beamin' sing. UPR, I'm out.
Ain't even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I was doing. But anyway, so as we go into the segment, I agree with almost everything that Willie said. To be honest, I ain't even gonna front. How y'all felt about his? And by the way, you can always watch him every Monday. Not every Monday, my bad. Every Tuesday. So I keep on. This is why I hated that we kept doing that damn watch along, even though it was fun as hell. At the same time, miss it sometimes. I don't want to be that bad. Anyway, you can watch him every Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on we gonna change the name too. On Raw Review RR. We gonna change it. We bringing it out the kinks. Trying to roll with the punches and all that type of stuff. But just like we was rolling with the punches, and just like Willie said, Miz got destroyed. R-Truth got, I don't even know what R-Truth got, but it was like CM Punk gave us reparations, and then R-Truth gave us the Platinum Plus plan. It's bad. I love the whole segment. I love Bronson Reed. I just don't. I'm not comfortable with calling a dude big Bronson like that. That's just, I don't know. But he is a meaty man. He is big. It's funny because somebody said that sometimes his tsunamis look like make him look like a fruit bat, and I can't unsee it. So how did y'all feel about? Well, first of all, I know Jack feels a specific way about the Miz, and I know Sheriff knows the Miz and knows Bronson. How do you
Hey,
even?
whoa! I'm sorry, because I'm doing like two things at once. Because NXT is on. What are your takes on my takes on the Miz? I'm interested in hearing this. Please tell me this.
Well, no, because I remember last week we was talking about, we brought up the Miz because freaking R-Truth does some other stuff again. But your take is pretty much the same as mine, that he is going to be one of the greats. He's not going to get a big title.
I think Miz is going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I said great, but I do
That's what
think
I mean by greats. Great, like once you go into the Hall of Fame, you're great.
I don't know about that, just because there's a lot of people in Hall of Fame.
there's some people that I would say, for me, I would be like, I'm just going to leave it alone. I think.
No, who?
I'm not going to throw. Oh.
No, who?
So there was a guy named Bill Goldberg. No, I'm joking. I'm always going to throw in a Bill Goldberg reference. I know people just get tired of me saying that. Someone bought me a Bill Goldberg shirt, and I use it to clean my dishes.
There's a guy named Donald Trump in there.
Yeah, there's a few people in the Hall of Fame.
Now, hear me out, because I knew y'all was gonna bring the celebrity wing up. I do not count the celebrity wing.
He did it. You can't, am I pointing right?
I knew one of y'all was gonna bring that up.
It's you.
I don't count the celebrity wing when I say great. I definitely don't count celebrity.
Do you count Coco Beware?
See, you know, it's funny because I have a coworker who talks about that. I don't know enough about his work to say anything. That's why
the point.
when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, I can't comment on it because I don't know the career.
So he wasn't like a great wrestler, but
I'm sorry, Joe Henry was
great. Now he's making me want to watch this shit. But like I said, Bray Bronson Reed versus the Miz. Miz almost died, so instead R-Truth sacrificed his life for him, which is okay.
Y'all know how. Well, y'all should know by now how I feel about the Miz, because I say it all the time. I feel like on this program, I think Miz actually is a I want to say an all-time great. I don't think that he would fit in all eras though, so I can't say that. But I think for this era, he's a bit of a GOAT. I have always liked The Miz just because I've always seen. Actually, not only did I like The Miz, I used to get a lot of shit for liking The Miz when it wasn't cool. Miz and Dolph Ziggler. But I mean, it was always there. Miz knows the business. He knows how to talk. He knows how to market himself. He knows how to promote. And he's entertaining. One thing he's not, though, he's not a great wrestler, to be honest. No. This match was ass, but that's not what The Miz is great at. He's serviceable in the ring.
It was the filler match. And if you notice, and I know you haven't been watching Raw and everything, but they made a formula now where now instead of we get a promo before the main event, we're getting a filler match.
Yeah,
before the main event.
To buffer,
we did the same thing last week, and the same thing the week before.
It's like, what the Divas used to do. A bathroom break, real quick. Before our main event.
It was like I was on my phone. Get your snacks, I was literally on my phone the whole entire time watching this. But
The Miz is basically a diva. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, anyway, kind of married one, but last and Sunday, like at least we have the main event, and we want to be quick because NXT is on, and we believe in Joe Hendry just like we believe in Sheriff at all the times. So
there we go.
To those two, and we had the Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn, 203 falls match. This is gonna be a hot take for me because I normally don't say this when it comes to Braun and Sami, but I did not care for this match.
Wow.
After SummerSlam, I was like, that's it. That should be it. That was the
end. A lot of people didn't like that finish at SummerSlam. They were like, "Oh, this match was too quick. Sami shouldn't have." I thought it had to be what it was, especially after that promo that Braun delivered, and he said, "Like, hey, I learned from my mistakes," and I thought that's what it had to be. I just wanted to touch real quick. You guys were talking about the Miz match, and I was listening to Sheriff. So right. This match, it wasn't meant for Miz to showcase his wrestling ability. It was meant to show that Braun, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up my Brauns here. Braun Strowman to be this monster, and I think they did a fantastic job on that. And I'm a fan of what they're doing here. Something different. I said it last week, so I think that's great. This match here, I'll be honest with you guys, did not see this. I'm hoping to catch it later in the week, but from what I understand, they gave him some time. They gave Sammy a pinfall. I kind of there's something I would have done different personally.
They gave him the first pinfall.
I would have yes, Sammy got the first ball. I would have Braun just beat him twice. Like I just would have had him just like he just beats him. I don't know, like he just goes when he slams him, he just goes through the ring. All I'm saying is Braun should have been dominant in here and whatnot. I would have gone.
I almost want to agree. I almost want to agree to that because yeah, he's that dominant. He went, and we were talking about
no doubt.
We were talking about in the chat that we need monsters. You know, we need monsters, and you got Braun, that's the athletic, genetic freak monster, and you got Bronson, who's just the big giant monster.
He's explosive, yeah. I think, and I'll be brief because TNA is on. NXT. Is it really that different these days?
Hold on, Sheriff. You thought you were so.
I said what I said.
It is though. Like it's NXT. Like Joe Hendry.
Both of you guys think I made some.
Joe Hendry.
Let me tell you something.
In two promotions right now. Joe Hendry is literally the face of two promotions right now.
Period.
I'll give
their biggest star is a guy that they didn't even make. It's Joe Hendry.
But to be honest,
I'm doing two things at once.
To be fair, Joe Hendry was just like super over by his song in TNA. Like it was just that massive over. But
look at that pose right there. That should have been a screenshot. You heard it? Ooh.
You're doing the Mannequin Challenge now.
That messed me up. For those that's not watching, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but check out NXT review because damn. But anyway,
basically all I was gonna say was I really really like Braun Breaker. I actually I understood the match because usually the former champion does get a rematch, and you don't want to leave any doubt, right? So why not get the rematch out the way? Not only are we just gonna go ahead and give it the rematch, it's 2 out of 3 falls, so there's no excuses. Like if you can really beat Braun Breaker, then you should be able to beat him in this match, and there's no doubt that you probably just can't. You can get a pinfall in a 2 out of 3 falls match, but you can't beat him in a match, So it is.
My biggest question out of the whole entire match, and I'll be brief as well. We got bills to pay, but my biggest grief with the match was what the hell was Sammy thinking getting on the top rope? Kayfabe wise, what the hell was Sammy thinking?
You know what it is? Sammy has not played enough in WWE 2K games because I know for a fact if someone has a move like that, like they have a catch in air finish, I'm not jumping off the turnbuckle. So he doesn't. His awareness is poor. He's probably someone when they play Mario Party instead of stealing a star, they just steal coins. So his awareness is poor. And I wanted to make a Mario Party reference because that game.
That's so true, though. If they have like a catch in air finisher, just don't even touch that turnbuckle, dude.
No,
it made no sense. The finish. I get why people did not like the finish because it was like Sammy, my boy. This man has destroyed you all types of different ways. You really think that you're gonna get over on him going up from the top rope? Nah, bro. Nah. But overall, I give all of Raw. I still give it a B+ because it was entertaining. It didn't give me the moments. Not one match gave me a type of moment. So that's why I give it a B+ instead of an A. But the promos gave me moments. Like Randy's Randy. He's always gonna give you a moment. That's why he has a lot of kids. But anyway, I almost threw shade on him. But anyway, I give it a B plus. What do y'all give this past Raw?
What you got, Sheriff?
Well, for a 3-hour show, that was not a lot of wrestling.
It wasn't.
But the talking segments were not only plentiful, but they were very good. They were actually better than the wrestling. I don't know how good that is, but the point of the show is to make an entertaining show, right? I think a B is fair.
I feel like B is fair. I mean, I honestly, when it comes to, with the exception of NXT, I'm pretty biased because, review it. But I feel like Raw has been pretty damn solid these last few weeks. What they do, some shows are better than others, but I do like what they're doing, progressing storylines. Could there be more wrestling? Sure. But I think they do a great job on progressing the stories. So, I think B is fine. And I'm going to say double B because I just want to cuss and say that show was a bad beach. Yes, I just wanted to cuss.
I had nothing for that. I wasn't ready for that. But
no one's ready for the bad
guy. But everybody can be ready for, like we said, we have NXT review coming up. But we also got something for every single one of y'all that are watching. We got the Mike Knott show. We have the Monday Night Raw review on Tuesdays. Taco Turn Up Tuesdays, which is Freckles and Friends until further notice. Mike Knott show is at 6 p.m. NXT review and results show with the very own Badgujack and the Wrestling Doll, which is at 10 p.m. And then we got what we like to say, and I love saying it because it makes DC mad, the White Boy Wasted review Wednesdays on AEW Dynamite. And also we have the top 5. I don't know what we're going to do with top 5. And then we have the SmackDown Penitentiary. I've been a member of it. Badgujack has been a member of it.
I did not like the Sloppy Joes, and I have learned my lesson, and I have since not been there because, once again, I like to make sure that I have wheat bread and not bread that fell on the floor.
Just like I said before, I love their show. They inspire me. Their numbers say, and just like what just like Cat Williams would say, their numbers may say that they're bigger. They may have all the biggest things in the flashy games, but when you stand toe to toe and side by side, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that's about it. Anybody else got any final takes to say anything? I can shout out y'all's Instagrams and everything.
Me?
Good God, the Rock's is fun. I'm sorry, I don't care. But the Rock's daughter is gorgeous. Jesus Christ. But yeah, anything y'all got to say? Anything I want to say?
No.
Me? Sarcastic? Never.
This was a fun show. It was a fun review. Continue to follow Unpopular Review. We got so much content. We got stuff here. Real quick, I do want to plug something real quick here, if you guys don't mind, because I know we're getting ready to go for show. But this Sunday, we meant to do it last Sunday, but we couldn't do it. But if you go to Instagram Live this Sunday on Instagram, UPR, UPR.Instagram. Anyway, we're on Instagram. We're going to do the UPR battle. Cedar Superior, she's representing some guy from anime. His name is Dan Dirty something. Anyway, I'm representing Doctor Strange. I look forward to this. I look forward to be 3-0 because all I do is win. All I know is the taste of victory. If you said, hey, what does losing feel like? I would say, go to Nick Cannon's house and he will tell you.
Well, you had a good character though. Like you had a good character. You had a character where it's like it's kind of obvious who will win in the battle.
We don't know that. You have to. It's the argument. It's me. I have to. It's a debate, and I have to make you believe that what I'm saying. And listen, we've had a lot of judges.
I had picked Shadow. I had picked Shadow the whole entire time because if it's Mario versus Shadow, Mario needs power-ups. Shadow doesn't really need power-ups.
And I appreciate that, and I love that what you're saying. But see the Superior, shout out to her. We're going to be doing a show together. She's great. She's fantastic. A lot of the co-hosts that I've ever worked with UPR are great. But she goes to what I call the deaf and gifted. So a lot of times these judges didn't hear me, upset me, very much increased my blood pressure. I could keep going on and on and on and on, but I won't. But yes, the deaf and gifted. I felt like how that black guy felt. Yes.
You got anything? You got anything else you wanted to say, Sheriff?
Say your prayers and take your vitamins,
Brother.
I almost wanted.
I am a real American. Yes.
I almost.
Oh, so you would definitely fit in that chat game.
I almost wanted to say it so bad. I almost wanted to say it, but I'm gonna be nice to. No, fuck Hulk Hogan.
I'll be honest. It is fuck Hulk Hogan. I don't even know why I said that.
I just wanted to say, sit here real quick. I know you had a lot of Freckles and Friends segments and partners and all that stuff, but I gotta say, me and Sheriff have to be the best. I mean, I know you work with the executive consultant, and look, I'm sorry, kid. And now you have moved up the ranks. You have worked with the best. I know the executive consultant is going to see this, and you know what? I don't care. You're not good.
We've officially given you the rub.
Look.
Yes, we are giving you the rub. Yes, I have rubbed you, and I know how that sounds, and I'm sorry.
That concludes the day of show. Thank y'all. Shout out to Badgujack. Shout out to Sheriff for being on the show. This has been Freckles and Friends because I took this goddamn show over. This is my show, goddammit. Y'all look at me in the camera.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right.
Look at this shit. Zoom me, goddamn. This is my goddamn show. I took it over. That's it. Goodbye. It's over. Mic drop.
Mic drop, damn it.